Okay, today we want to work on factoring the greatest common factor. One thing to be careful to pay attention to, the greatest common factor means the GCF. So when we're looking at the greatest common factor, we don't want just any number that goes into them. We want the number that's the largest. Before we multiply to get our answer, to get rid of parentheses, here we are factoring and our answer should have parentheses in our answers. So when we're looking at these problems, we want to make sure that we're factoring out the greatest common factor and then we're leaving what we didn't factor out in parentheses. First question, what's the largest number that goes into both 6 and 8? Here we have 2, so we want to write out our factors. 2 times 3x plus 2 times 4. Then circle what the common factor is. You have a 2 in both terms. The number that's in common goes out front. What's left over goes in parentheses. So on every one, we want to factor each term out completely, and then we want to take that common factor, put it in front, and then put what's left in parentheses. So between 30 and 15, the greatest common factor is 15. So we want to say 15 times 2x minus 15 times 1. We circle our common factor. We have 15. Common factor goes in the front. We have 2x minus 1 left over in parentheses. What's inside here should not have anything else can go into it besides 2 and 1. No extra letters, no extra factors in your numbers. We have to be careful on ones like number 3. If your first term has a negative, if we look down here, it says the first term in parentheses should be positive. So when we're factoring, we want to make sure we take that into account. So between 12 and 36, our greatest common factor is 12. So we want to use the negative 12 times 1x is negative 12x plus negative 12, and here we have to use negative 3. Because we want negative times negative is positive. So negative times negative is going to give us positive 36. Again, circle your common factors. Negative 12. And we have plus. We can either put plus a negative 3, or we can write negative 12 times x minus 3. We should always be able to go back and check these. Negative 12 times x is negative 12x. Negative 12 times negative 3 is positive 36. Therefore, you know that's the most factored form you can put your answer in. We can factor out either numbers, letters, or both. These next few, we're going to factor out a letter. Think about back to your exponent rules what this means. X squared is x times x. 9 times x is 9x. Circle what's in common. What's in common goes out front. What's left over is in parentheses. We don't know what x is. It's not equal to anything. We have to leave our answer in that form. 5 is like the one up there above with the negative. There's a negative in the front. You be sure and take that out. This is negative 3 with 2 x's plus 2 with 1 x. If we circle what's in common here, we have x. That needs to go out front along with this negative. So we need to be careful that we don't do away with that negative. We have a 3x left here in the beginning, plus 2, or, since we want a negative, minus 2. So we end up with negative x times 3x minus 2. If we go back and check, negative times positive is negative 3x squared. Negative times negative is positive 2x. So 5x cubed plus 6x squared. This means 5 with 3 x's. plus 6 with 2 x's. Circle what's in common. It's kind of like we're taking things apart and we're putting them back together. We took this apart, we found out that x, both of them have an x in them, x squared. That's what has to go up front. And then we have x squared times 5x plus 6.